Greetings, my people. How you doing out there? I hope everyone's all right. I hope you can see me well. It was very dark in there earlier. I had to turn the extra light on at the back there. I hope you can see me well. Welcome to another edition of the Arsenal Future stream, broadcast, show. I hope you're all right. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you're new around there, hit the like button on the videos. We've got a lot of content that we pull up so far, a lot of shorts. Check out our shorts. We've got more to pull up after this video as well, and tomorrow, and we're more or less on here every day for the time being, and we'll take a break one day, but at the moment I want to grow the channel, and I want to get to at least 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. 1,000 subscribers by then. No, let's say 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Anyway, we're here to talk about Arsenal. It's just a brief video about a few things, some transfer news that, you know, that last season we were linked with Raphinha quite a lot, and then eventually went to Barcelona. Chelsea come in, and then he didn't want. He wanted to go to Barcelona after Leeds. He kept Leeds up last season, and of course, ironically, Leeds went down this season. And so, you know, Barcelona are ready to open. They're open to offers for him because they've got Ferran Torres, they've got Dembele, and they've got Fati there as well. They've got a lot of attacking options, a lot of attacking players. And so they're looking, and plus they're gonna. It looks as though Bernardo Silva from Manchester City is on his way there, and so they're looking to offload him. He hasn't done quite well since he's been there. The one season he's been there, he's flattered to deceive, as William Shakespeare would say. So yeah, but Arsenal been linked with him. So to Arsenal linked with him. So to Manchester City, and of course, if Bernardo Silva is going to go the other way to Barcelona, then I suppose that Man City will be looking to try and bring him in. And I think between us and Manchester City, I think they could probably offer him more game time, because of course on that side he plays on the right hand side. That's Saka's position, and Arsenal looking for another right sided winger to, of course, to deputise for Saka when he's tired, if he's injured, and if he's suspended. So, but I don't think that's going to happen. I just don't think. We're linked with him quite a lot over the last 18 or so months, and I don't think we're going to get him. I think we'll probably go for somebody that's like a Diaby or somebody like that, even maybe a Pedro Neto. So, but we'll wait and see. We'll see what Bitello, who I spoke about yesterday and previously, is also linked with us again today. Apparently, some reports even have it down as he's very close to Arsenal. So we have to see if he's very close to coming to the Emirates Stadium. From what I've seen of him on YouTube, he looks very, very fast. He's very good at carrying the ball. Like I said previously, like Kaka, like I said in previous videos, he's not Kaka's level, of course, but he's very good, very fast, very dynamic. He shoots, which a lot of our players have been criticised of not doing over the last few years. So I would like to see him, actually. He's not played for Brazil yet, but I think if he comes to Arsenal, which is a strong possibility, Eddie's behind it all and using his links in Brazil. If he comes to Arsenal, then there's a strong possibility that he could actually get his first cap and eventually start playing for Brazil. But we'll see. We'll see. I think he's more likely than Raphinha, his compatriot. Of course, another Brazilian. We're also linked with one of my favourite holding players, again, Joshua Kimmich for Bayern Munich. Again, he's also like Raphinha is at Barcelona. Bayern Munich opened offers for him because they're looking to rebuild their side. They just narrowly won the title last season, and they flattered to deceive again in the Champions League. And they're looking to rebuild their team. Of course, and Arsenal linked with Joshua Kimmich to play in the midfield. Imagine a midfield of Kimmich. I think I said this before. A midfield of Kimmich, Partey, Declan Rice, Odegaard. That's awesome. Awesome. Because Kimmich can also play 6 as a holding midfielder, as a defensive midfielder, and he can also play as 8 going forward. He can play box to box. He's very, very, very versatile. He can play in a number of myriad positions. Even he could play on the left side as well as the right side of midfield. Even though that is not his favourite position, he can also play as a right back as well. So, and also as a left back, because even once they were comparing him to Philipp Lahm, player of a few years ago. He was an excellent player, played for Bayern Munich and one of Lahm's compatriots. He also played for Germany, World Cup winner for Germany, Philipp Lahm, marauding wing back, and some fans and critics and journalists and football goers collectively have been really comparing him to Philipp Lahm. But if he's anything even close to Philipp Lahm, if we were to sign him, that would be excellent, because one of the best marauding fullbacks I've ever seen, along with, of course, Roberto Carlos. So we'll see if that happens. I'm not sure if he'll come. He was going to cost anything between 70 and 80 million pounds. He's 28. I thought he was younger than that, but he's 28. But let's see. But I think out of those three I've mentioned thus far, I think Bitello is probably the most likely one, because, as I said, reports have it down that he's very close. It's quite a possibility that he's very close to signing for Arsenal. We've also been linked with David Alaba, who's also a teammate of Kimmich and also of Philipp Lahm as well. Played for Bayern Munich for several seasons, now at Real Madrid. He's now 31. He's another one who I'm very surprised he's of that age. I thought he was younger than that as well. Plays for Austria. He's actually the Austria captain. And I'm not so sure about this one. I think this is just another rumour, because they know Arsenal looking for players in that midfield position. But David Alaba can also play as a centre-back. He's playing there currently for Real Madrid. He played for Bayern Munich, but he also can play in the midfield, where he sometimes does for Austria, and occasionally he played there for Bayern Munich when he's there. So we'll see about those four transfer rumours. But I think out of all the four I've mentioned, I think the strongest link has got to be Bitello, because I'm hearing that Edu is on the case, and if our transfer business so far is anything to go by, with the capture of Declan Rice, with the capture of Jurgen Timber, and the capture of Kai Havertz, then it's quite a strong possibility that we can nab, of course, Bitello from Gamero in Brazil. One more thing I wanted to say is that I'm going to talk about this some more as time goes on, but I want to quickly squeeze this in, that we really have to do well next season. As much as I like Mikel Arteta as a man, he's still yet to convince me as a manager. I know he won the FA Cup in his first season. It wasn't his first full season, but the first season he came, he won the FA Cup with players who were not his. And for me, the team and the squad we've got now are much better than that team and squad that he inherited when he came in 2019. He's got to win. He came very close to winning the title last season. He should have won it. We should have closed it out, and he should have gotten us over the line. I've been a big critic of his over the last 3 or 4 years, or ever since he's been at Arsenal. I've been on platforms. I've made comments about him that I disagree with in terms of how he's going as a manager. And I personally think that he's going to win something. And even if we finish second next season, or this season coming, and we actually win one of the cups, whether it be the League Cup, which is the Carabao Cup, or the FA Cup, I don't think we'll win the Champions League. There's too many strong teams in there. It might take us a couple of years to win that. To win a Premier League is going to be difficult, because City is so good. But if City were to tumble, we could capitalise, because we're the strongest team after City to capitalise. But we can't forget that Liverpool are still there as well. They're rebuilding their midfield with capture of McAllister from Brighton and Szoboszlai from RB Salzburg in Austria. So and they're looking to add some more players. Tchouameni's also linked with him, as well as he's linked with us. He's more strongly now being linked with Liverpool now, like Lavia was with us as well. Now Lavia is strongly linked with Liverpool. So they're looking to really rebuild their midfield, because Jordan Henderson's gone to Saudi Arabia, and so too's Fabinho. And somebody like RVL is not probably quite good enough or quite ready. He's still a young player. Alcantara, is that how you pronounce his name? Alcantara, Thiago, the Brazilian who they got from Bayern Munich. I mean, he's injured a lot, and he's now 31. So Klopp is looking to rebuild that midfield to, for Liverpool to go into a next level for next season, to challenge Arsenal and especially Manchester City for the title. So we have to be there, and Arteta's really gonna nail it, because he spent a lot of money. The fans say that he spent I think between 650 and 700 million pounds since he's been there. It's a lot of money. I can't believe we spent that much, but he spent a lot of money since he's been there. So he's really gonna let next season count. Like I said, I want the Premier League, but I'll be happy. I won't be content, but I'll be satisfied, I should say, if we come close to City within a few points, maybe 3 or 4 points, or less than that, within City, and win the FA Cup or the League Cup or even both and go quite well in the Champions League. We're going to start progressing now in Europe, and we're going to start properly challenging, because we should have won it last season and eventually won it by a number of points, and that should never have happened. So he's got to bring us over the line, and if he can't bring us over the line next season, he's going to get sacked. It's as simple as that. No room for sentiment. Look what Barcelona and Bayern Munich and Real Madrid do to their managers who underperform. They sack them. Even if they win the Champions League and the La Liga or the Bundesliga or whatnot, they have to go and they get replaced. So if he can't do the job, if he can't finish the job after all that money he's spent and he's more or less assembled the squad that he wants, then we're going to look for a replacement. You know, Ancelotti would have been my man, but he's going to probably manage the Brazil team. So we're going to look for somebody else. You know, I'm scratching my head thinking, who could we get? You know, Mourinho, I'm not sure about Mourinho now because he's probably a bit past it now. So we're going to have to look for somebody on the continent. The Sporting Lisbon manager, whose name eludes me right now, will be a good shout. But I want somebody who's a winner, somebody who's done something. And we have to, maybe one day down in the not too distant future, maybe within the next week or two, when I think of some names, I'll kind of come on here and say that if Arteta fails, then we should go for him or him. You know, and so that's just where I'm standing right now. I like him. You know, he's moved us into a slightly another level since he took over 4 years ago, but he has to get us over that finishing line to win a trophy, and especially the league. And if you can't win the league, because City are very good, won the cups and progress well in Europe and get very close to winning the title. Like I said, within no more than 4 points behind City. You know, a very good challenge for the Premier League until the last game or the last couple of games. Then I'll be very satisfied with one of the other cups or a couple of the other cups and a very, very good run in the Champions League. Anyway, my people, you take care of yourselves. Don't forget to smash a like. If you disagree with what I say when the transfers or what I said about Arteta and Arsenal moving on to another level, winning something and challenging next season, leave your comments down below. As I said, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends and your enemies about Arsenal Future. If you type in Arsenal Future and it doesn't come up, you'll see my links. Go to Facebook and type in Arsenal Future, and then will come up. You see the logo there. And also go to Instagram and type in Arsenal_Future May 26, and our Instagram page comes up, and there's links there to this channel on there. You can't miss it. Anyway, you take care of yourselves, and I'll be back tomorrow. Peace out.